Hello everyone! Welcome to Reclamation. Reclaim the world. This is episode 41 of our Let's Play series for Minecraft Java. And in this episode, we are going to be doing R's. Aren't you guys excited? Alright, first order of business. Let's do at R's. Because not even I remember all the recipes. So, first thing we're going to make is scribe's table. It's going to require golden nuggets, archwood slabs, and any kind of log. So, we have the most of these. So, let's go ahead and do that. And we'll need 2 logs. Actually, you know what? We got to make 2 of these tables because we're going to need them. And we're going to need some gold nuggies. Actually, gold nuggies are used quite a lot in ours, so we'll just make up a few of those. So we have them. Alright, so we're going to make 2 of these scribes tables. And one of the scribes tables will be for putting down. And the other scribe's table is to make the alteration table. And apparently there's an artificer workbench that I don't know anything about. What are you used for? Show me what you're used for. I don't see. So we're gonna have to make another one of those. So we'll have to have 2. Don't use a vexing. We'll use a blazing. Alright. 1 more scribe table. And then we'll need a couple of iron. And we can make this artificer's workbench, which I'm not really quite sure what that's for, but we will find out, won't we? I think I put that the wrong direction, didn't I? There. Alright, so there's the artificer's workbench, but it doesn't have an interface, so I'm not sure what that's all about. And we cannot do anything with this one quite right now. Okay? Alrighty then. So the first thing we're going to need is to make up a whole bunch of these arcane pedestals. So we need a whole bunch of arcane pedestals, and we need a couple of ritual braziers, and we are going to need to make all of these guys. This, and this, and that. Because these are the blood of the mod. Right? You can't do anything really without these guys. Alright? So we're going to have to get these guys set up. So we're going to need an imbuement chamber for each one of these. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we need 7 imbuement chambers. Oh, do we have the imbuement chamber linked up here anymore? I don't think so. It doesn't look like it. That's fine. That is fine. We'll just get it again. Alright, so to make pedestals, we're going to have this source stone, which is stone in the source gems. So we gotta run upstairs and grab a whole bunch of stone because we're gonna need it. While we're up here, let's talk a little bit about what I did in between episodes. Now, you guys might not agree with me, which is fine. I understand that. Everyone has their own opinions on things, okay? I have a problem with functionality that makes me harm animals. It bothers me. I don't like it. It drives me absolutely up the wall. So this is our new dog, okay? This is Sir Whoopi. You will all recognize Sir Whoopi from my other series. I don't know if we're going to be able to get Missy, but we definitely have Sir Whoopi. So I made Sir Whoopi on the birthing altar for the express point of getting a dog's tail. Or sorry, dog tongue, right? To get a dog's tongue, you have to smack a wolf with the Arthana. So I made him, brought him in here. I was gonna do the deed and I just couldn't do it. I know. I just couldn't. So I tamed him, named him Sir Woofy, and there he is, and I did something dastardly, guys. I used creative to cheat in the tongue of the dog. I just can't do it. I cannot do it. I can't smack the innocent little wolves. It was awful, dude. It was so awful. So I'm guilty. I did it. I'm sorry. I just couldn't bring myself to do it, you know? I just couldn't. If it makes you feel any better, I did delete the mats that it would have used to some of the dogs. Okay? But, yeah, I just couldn't. So, anyway, I'm just letting you know that I did that. Because, I mean, I didn't have to tell you, but I felt like I probably should. You know, for transparency reasons and all that. Okay, so I'm going to put the crafting table right here instead. I just couldn't do it, dude. After that whole thing with Lingango, I was having to... the thing with the allays, I just couldn't do it. I'm weak. I don't mind saying it. I don't want to do something that makes me feel bad, right? And that makes me feel bad. So my logic states that if something makes you feel bad, you should probably not do it unless there's no other recourse. And we're talking about a game here, okay? So I just decided to heck with it. I deleted the stuff that it took to do it and saved myself some guilt. So there we go. Okay. Arcane pedestals. So we're going to need more gold nuggies, source gems, and the source stone. Okay? So you get a couple of source stone, get a couple of these. We're going to need a whole bunch of these. So be liberal with your crafting. Because, yeah, we're going to need a gazillion of them. That's probably not even going to be enough. So each setup... 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. How many was it that we needed? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this is for the imbuement to make the elements. And we're going to have enough for, let's make a few more. We're going to have enough for rituals and stuff. I mean, you use a lot of these, okay? So making a whole bunch up is not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. And you're going to need some ritual braziers also. So that requires these source gem blocks. And you're going to need some gold. So you're going to make some of these guys up. So the ritual brazier can get destroyed inadvertently. It's just a general good idea to keep some on you, you know. Okay, let's set these up. So we're going to be using this space back here and stuff, so I'm going to, you do not want these anywhere near your chest, okay? Or your altar. We haven't done the altar yet either. We probably should need to do that too. So that is the enchantment apparatus. This guy. So we need to make this guy. And he sits on top of an arcane core. So let's go ahead and get that done. So we can set that up. That way I know where everything's going to be. So we're going to need... Oh, see, I told you we're going to need tons of this stuff. So we need more arcane stone. And then we're going to need gold. Some nuggets, some gold. Diamond. Okay. So we're going to need... one enchantment apparatus, one arcane core, put these guys up now, and that and this. Okay, so we've got to set this up first. So like right here, and then enchantment apparatus goes on top of it, and then we're gonna need not these, we need this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Actually, you know what? Just like that. I think the max the enchanting apparatus may add new enchantments or upgrade existing ones by using source and items. To begin, select a level 1 enchantment and add its items to the pedestals. Arcane pedestals have to be in a 3-block radius. I think that'll be sufficient. I don't remember the exact amount it requires. So see, it varies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, so we have 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 8. So we're good to go on that. Put these back in here. Okie dokies, artichokes. So, one of the very first things that you need to make is, with the enchanting, is Mage Bloom. So we're going to need some seeds, which we can go borrow from our botany area. We have seeds over here. I don't know if you have to tier these up. Let's hope we don't have to tear them up. We're going to use a couple of tier 10s. Because maybe it'll matter. I don't know if it will, but I don't know if it will, but you never know, right? Okay, so how this works is you put your ingredients down. It doesn't have to be in a specific order. And then you just put that in the center, since we're making seeds. Okay. And you pick it up. So there's our Mage Bloom. So it requires 4. It doesn't matter where you stick them. Okay, we got our 2 Mage Bloom seeds. I am not sure if it requires anything specifically. But now that we have these, we have to go grow them, okay? Because it's apparently going to give us more seeds, which is awesome. Makes it go faster. So the actual raw Mage Bloom is used for a couple of things. Like you can make sourceberry pies, tablet of overgrowth. But for the most part, you're going to break them down. Okay? Okay, so how you're going to break these down is you put them in the crafting grid and it gives you Mage Bloom fiber. Now the growth rate on these is kind of crap, as you can tell. You are going to need the Mage Bloom fiber for quite a few things. So it's important to just get some up. Now, if you can get some extra seeds initially, you can probably stick them into your auto farm. You'll have to set up a catch system, of course. Like, we'll have to add a storage door and stuff to ours. But I am going to set this up so that it's picking them up, because we'll have to pick up the seeds, because it is outputting the seeds too. So we'll have to do the seeds and the actual Mage Bloom. Give me one of these, 2 of these actually. And we're going to need some andesite thingy-maboopers. Alright. So, you can set these guys up like this. So you're going to put the seeds in here, and then this guy is going to pick up these, and you're going to lock them. Now on this particular thing, you're going to want to void, okay? because it will take a little while, but it will eventually fill up. So, especially the seeds, nobody needs that many darn seeds. But there you go. And then you can just stick these guys on the back, and we can add them into our farm. Oh right, I added some iron golems to our to our defenses down here to kind of take care of the Endermen a little bit, because it was driving me absolutely up the wall because there were so many of them. Just like that. Alright. And now we'll grab some of these seeds out and plant them. I would like to make this farm bigger. We could probably get rid of quite a bit of the gold, to be honest, because we have a lot of gold planted that we don't need to have, as you can see. So I will probably start weeding out the gold to plant other stuff, but as you can see, it's going to pick up just fine. So we'll just stick this in here, just like that. And now we're going to have to start setting up where these guys are going to go. So we want it to be well away from this, because this direction is going to be our drigmies and our chest for the drigmies, and this is going to be our starbuckles. So it really does quite need to be over here, I think. So we could do like this. 1, 2, 3. Skip 1. 1, 2, 3. Skip 1. 1, 2, 3. Skip 1. 1, 2, 3. And then we can come this direction and go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All right. So we're going to need a hopper for each one of those. But, you know, we have pipes. Nah, we're still going to have to use a hopper. So, there is a cool little hopper that you can make for nature's aura that we might do. If you put a frame on the outside of it, it will only pick up that item. So maybe we should do that. I think we might. We have to make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of these imbuement chambers. So I need this. I'm going to need a whole bunch more. Okay. So once you got your imbuement chambers, you're going to need to set them on top of hoppers, but we don't have the hoppers right this very second, so we're just going to put a block down. Just like this. And then you put the imbuement chambers on top of them, just like this. Okie dokies. And then pick up the blocks. So each one of these requires something different to produce what we need it to produce. So we're going to need 7 of these, and we're going to need 7 of these. Because it has to have a regular hopper to put in the source. So you take these one at a time. So this requires a bucket of milk, a fermented spider eye, and sugar. Milk. Is there a way to make milk, or do I actually have to make cows? Looks like we're going to have to make some cows. So we're down here anyway. So let's look up cows. Moo. Oh, you can make cow seeds. You can grow your cows. Oh, it's disabled in this. There's soul jars. Okay, cow. Brown, gray, brown and gray. So we need at least 2 cows, right? Okay. So that, and that. And it should produce us a cow. Hello, cow. Come on. So that. Oh, not that. That and that. So we got 2 cows. We'll put that in there. All right, cowsy wowsies. Come on. Do I still have those blocks on me? No, I don't. Come on. See if I can get them in here. Come on. You can totally do this. Come on. Come on, there you go. There you go, you're doing it. Okay. There. 2 cows. And a baby cow. Hello, baby cow. Alright. I will build a pen for the cows, but for now I need some milk. Milk, it does a body good. Alright. So we should be able to make 7 of these. And then 7 of those. Get rid of that and then that. Alright. So let's look at the stuff that we're going to need. So we know we're going to need sugar. Oh, look, there's my quiver. I knew it was around here somewhere. So we need 1 sugar. Oh, and we're going to need to make a spider. Oh, it's got to be a brown mushroom, doesn't it? I do believe it does. That, and that. So we need that, and that, and this. You'll put all these in the kitchen. Now that we got cows, we could actually put a cow in a jar. So that's kind of cool, right? So that we have milk for recipes. All right. So this, and this. Next thing is, okay, we don't have those things yet. Air essence. Arrow, feather, wilden wing. We don't have that either. Earth essence. Seeds, dirt, and iron. We can totally do that. So, give me a thing of iron. And we're going to get some dirt. And some seeds. So, seeds, dirt, iron. Okay, and then fire is flint and steel, gunpowder, and a torch. Gunpowder. I have a flint and steel, but I don't want to use mine, so we'll just make one real quick. And we already have torches, so. So that, this, and that. And these items do not get consumed, so. A clock, a stone button, and redstone dust. So we get 2 redstone dust, 4 of those, and 1 button. And mix this up. And put it right here. So that's for fire. Oh no, sorry, that's manipulation. That was manipulation. Water. Kelp, snow block, water. Snow block. Kelp. And I am out of buckets. Okay. So we'll just run over here and fill this up real quick. Actually, I could just click on the sink, can't I? Thank you. Alright, so it's not all of them, but it's a good start. Okay, so first thing you're going to do is you're going to put these adept hoppers down. Alright, you know what? We're going to need this setup. What's going to require storage drawers of some sort. So okay, this is set up a little fugly. Not going to be able to do it like that. Nope. Oh! We can do it that way. We'll do it that way. That's what we'll do. You know, we should be able to just put it right underneath. Like that. Yeah, we might have to rework how we have these set up, I think. Because it's got to be aesthetically pleasing. So, we'll do it like this instead. And then have this right here. And then that open. So we'll just kind of, you know, like switch them. It's still taking up the same amount of space. It's just a little more compact. Okay. See how it says empty? That's because it's looking for these item frames. So technically, we can't actually put anything in this yet. Because we have to actually create, right? So we can't actually do that yet. So I'll have to put those down once we have at least one. So just give me a second. All right. There. There we go. Okay. So let's start with, so water's the last one. So let's do this one. That. And that. Okay, so once you have the initial items on there, you're going to come over here, you're going to grab a stack of your thingy-maboppers, and we're going to need a hopper, right? Gotta have a hopper. And you're going to put it like that, or actually, we could probably just do it like this. So each one of these is going to have a hopper on top of them, okay? Like that. And then like that. And then like that. And you can set these to be automated up if you want to. We have an automated system that's bringing lapis in. So you could technically make an automated system that puts lapis directly into these if you wanted to. And then on top of these are going to be your storage drawers. And these will have your lapis in them. You don't necessarily have to have a storage drawer for each one of them because they're all going to take lapis. You could just have one storage drawer that contains the lapis and then it brings, it pipes them in. I mean, it's just however you want to do it. I might change it up once we get it going initially, but for right now, this is the way it's going to be. Once you get all of the drawers locked, right, then you're going to want to get your source gem and you're going to want to put it in, and it's going to drop down and start making. Okay. So each one of these takes a source gem. It won't do anything until it has a recipe. So it's all good. And these will all have recipes here shortly. Okay. So now we have that. Now that we have that, we've got to set these guys up. So it's really slow. It will craft without source, but it's like really, really slow. Okay. So. Abjuration is the very first one. So this, this, and this. So that, and milk. And now it'll start crafting. See that? Isn't that cool? Alright, and then we skipped this one because we don't have a Wilden Horn or Starbuncle token. And we don't have a Wilden Wing. So Earth Essence is the next one. So skip 2, and this is Earth Essence. Iron, seeds, and dirt. And that one will start making. And then the next one is fire. We have all the stuff for fire. So we got a torch, flint and steel, and gunpowder. And he's going to start crafting. And then the next one is manipulation. So it's a button, clock, and redstone. and he's going to start making. And of course, the last one is water, which we've already got going. Now we just have to wait for these guys to finish. This guy's almost done, and I'll show you what to do after that to automate this. So go ahead, and while you're waiting, lock these at the bottom. Okay, so this guy is done. You pick him up. You're going to get one of your hoppers, and you're going to put it right here. And then you're going to take this and put an item frame on it. Like that. And then you're going to put this water essence. Now what that means is that nothing can go through that hopper unless it's a water essence. Isn't that cool? So we're gonna give this guy an entire stack of 64 to blow through. And he will just sit here and create it. Still won't drop down, of course, because we've locked the door. So let's look and see if any of these others are done. That one's on 65. It's 77. Okay, this one's done. So you pick him up. You put down your thingy. You can actually do this. This is probably the better idea. And then take it out. And then you're going to put your thingy on it. Where on earth did it put it? Oh, it's not actually putting it on there. Okay. And then you put your obturation right there. And now, if you give it a stack of 64, it'll start creating and it'll actually go in there. Okay, so this guy actually worked. So we got that, and then do that, and then that. I don't know how to get him out of there though. How do I hold up. Hold the phone. Okay. So that's a problem. Give me that. Give me this. Put this down. This is the first time working with these things, so you have to sneak click the frame on there. Okay. All right. I think we're okay now. I think. There. All right. That should be all set up. So this is the first thing you need to do. And then pull it out. And then you take this, put it down. And then you take this, put it down. And then you put this in there and it should go. Okay. Give him a stack of 64. Okay, this guy's done. So pick him up, put him down, pick him back up. Put down this. Put down the frame. And then put down the source. And it should be good. And we can just stick 64 in there and it'll start making. That's a way easier process than the last time. Last time I did ours, we had to sit here and wait till we had 5 of those things done per one. Yeah, this is way easier. This is so much better. So that's empty. That's empty. Okay, this guy. Come here, you. And we're going to stick you in there. Take you back out. Put you down. Put you down. Put that in there. And give you 64. And now we're making bacons. So well, that one's already got 1 water essence in it. So, I mean, it's just going to sit here and do, right? It takes a while to get going with it. All right. So we got some essences started. It does take time. We have 2 essences that we were not able to do. So, conjuration essence requires Starbuncle token and a Wilden horn. So we need to figure out how the heck to get Wildens. So how do I get a Wilden? I don't know. I don't know. Wilden. So you can make hunter spawn eggs and stuff, but you can't click them, so you can't actually make them. Okay. So how the smeg muffins are you supposed to get Wildens? You can summon Wilden using the aptly named Tablet of Summon Wilden. These magical creatures drop special reagents when killed. These reagents can also be used to summon the Wilden Chimera, a powerful boss that drops. Yeah, but oh, they have a unique recipe for it. That's excellent. An imbued slate, iron sword, lapis lazuli bow. Swing. Okay, one thing at a time. First, we have to get Drigme. Trust me, we have to get a Drigme. 1 Drigme. We have to have 1 Drigme. So let's focus on getting a Drigme. How do you get a Drigme? Drigme. Summon a Dragame at the altar of birthing. Give it a Wilden horn to get a token, and then craft it into a token. Shoot. So we have to do at least 1 round. Okay. No, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Dragame. Fire, earth. Yeah, we're gonna have this. So we can totally do this, but we have to summon a Wilden first. So that's what we're gonna be doing first. We can't do that until we have some mana. So we're gonna need some mana, which means we need some glass. Some glass. All right. And ours. So the next thing we need to make is our mana generation. Super important to have mana generation. So let's see about getting source berries. How can we get source berries? I'm not seeing source berries. There they are. How do I get source berries? Okay, so you can imbue it. Mage Bloom fiber with an objuration essence. It does require 2,000 source. But if you just have one, if you just make one, then you can make more. So we're already making objuration. We already have the Mage Bloom fibers. And we have some sweet berries. So we could totally do this. But we are going to have some initial source. So we're going to make that agronomic source link. And then we're going to need some source jars. And we should probably make our wand because it's going to be needed, right? Where is the wand? Oh, there it is. Dominion wand. We can make that right now. So, gold, 2 source gems. And it'll give me a chance to show you how the thingy makes other things than Mage Bloom. And then you put gold on it, and then 1 stick. And this is going to make our wand. Alright, Dominion wand is like super important. Gotta have the Dominion wand to do anything of it, anything of any matter in ours. So to make our source jar in our, we're gonna need some glass and a whole bunch of slabby poos. We might have to go choppy some more trees down. All right. And we got that and this. Okay, so we're gonna need a couple of these. So we're going to need some gold, some wheat, some gold. I have wheat on me. And some sourcey gems. So let's make 3. Should be able to do 3 for right now. Put these guys up. Keep the wheat on me. Okay, so let me think about this for a second. We're gonna need some glass. I don't know how much glass I have down here, honestly. So let's go ahead and make up a few of these. And I will show you how this works. Okay, so you're gonna put your source jar down, and then you're gonna put your source link down, and then we're going to put source jar, source link, and then right here well, this will cover this whole plot right here, and this will cover this, so we might put one right here. What are you guys doing? I wonder if I could put them on leads. Can I put you on a lead? Oh. Come here. We'll wait for it to do a cycle because I'm going to have to get these two idiots out of here. Come on. Come on. Come on. There you go. I'm gonna move them way over here. Guess I'm gonna have to put a solid fence up all the way around. Not the sharpest tools in the shed, that's for sure. Okay, so anyway, back to what we were doing. So those things collect. I guess I put my fences back upstairs. So those things collect mana when something grows. See how it's got mana in it? So I don't really feel like sitting here waiting forever, so we're going to water. And look at that. See that? Lots and lots. Now Mage blooms produce a lot of mana when they grow, so do source berries. Okay, so see how it says 100% full? That's what we're wanting. So we have a full source jar now, so we're gonna go ahead and head out. It's nice that you can lead the golems. So we have some imbuements to set up over here that don't have anything in them right now. So what we're gonna do is steal an objuration. I think it was on the end. Yeah, so we're going to steal one objuration. And we're going to do, let's see, it was objuration and two Mage bloom fibers. Now, I don't know, I don't think this is going to use it up. I mean, it might. But technically, we only need to do it once, so I'm not gonna, like, break out monkey bites about it. We're just gonna do it the one time, and just to get our... Well, I guess we could do it too. We could do it twice. Alright, well we got some source, which is excellent. So now we can focus on getting those Wilden summoned, right? We need to summon the Wilden. So it's going to require one vexing, an iron sword, an imbued slate, a bow, and a block of lapis. Okie dokies. 2 and 3. Alright, so the way this works is it's going to summon random Wilden. You can augment it by giving it a part of the Wilden that you want to summon specifically. If you're looking for a particular type of Wilden. Okay, so I have 3 tablets. So how this works is you put the mana next to it, you click it, right? And then click it again. And it's going to start summoning them. You want to use a looting weapon. when you smack these guys. Alright, that was the whole ritual. So let's look and see what we got. We got 13 Wilden horns. We got 3 wings. That's not so good. And only 2 spikes. So we're going to do it again. Well, we got 5 wings now. That's good. We got 19 Wilden horns, which is really good. Okay, we're going to do it one more time. Wasn't that taxing? Got a whole bunch of spike guys on that one. Oh, I didn't use the mana. I kind of thought it would. Okay, so we don't need this, and get rid of that. And we'll keep this, of course. Alright, so we got a pretty good spread. We didn't get as many wings as I would like, but it's okay. It's okay. So, now that we've done that bit of nonsense, we're gonna want to get a containment spell going. So, to do a dual ritual requires 2 braziers, okay? Now, the containment does take mana. Like I said, not everything takes mana, but the containment one does. And you're going to need to make some of these containment jars. So it's glass and archwood, right? So let's go ahead and get our glass and get some more. You don't get these jars back, okay? Once they contain something, it's contained and that's it. We also don't have dispel or magic yet, so so don't mess up, all right? All right. So we ideally want to contain 1 Wilden of each type. And we do not want to contain the dogs. So now we're going to have to make another Wilden. We're going to need 1 more summon Wilden, which technically we have enough now to summon specific types. So we probably will do that. No, let's do this instead. All right. So we got that. Now we have to make the containment ritual. So we're going to go through these rituals until we find it. This will provide 2 uses. One, will our dude, the little Drigmeal, have something to do once we get him, which we're going to have him like here shortly. So there's our bottles. We only need 1 containment ritual. I'll put that right there. So we need 1 manipulation and 1 vexing. The vexing is used for a lot of important things. So we need 1 of these guys. Just 1, please. My mouse doesn't want to cooperate with that. It's like, nope. Alright, we just need the 1. And we will grab this. Okay. So how does this work? And what does it exactly do? So what I'm going to tell you exactly how we're going to work this. Okay, so these are the jars that are going to house the critters. All right. But we don't want to house critters that we don't need. So honestly, I think we're probably just going to put them all down and pray for the best. So the first one you're going to do is the containment. You're going to put it right here and do not activate it yet. This one is going to be the summon Wilden. You're going to put it right here. Don't activate it yet. You're going to activate the containment first and then the Wilden. The Wilden will start summoning the Wilden and the containment will detect them, grab them, and put them in these jars. Okay, that's exactly what we want to happen. So click on the containment first and then the Wilden. And we're going to stand right here and it's going to do its thing. It's going to start summoning dudes. And there, I think we got everybody. Okay. So the guys that we don't need, I'm going to pick this up. This is the containment ritual is still going, okay? But it won't pick anybody up because it uses mana. But we can use this to contain other things. Right? So as long as we keep it going, we can bring a cow up here. Or a wolf or anything, and we can contain them and they will get danced by drigmies. Alright, so we want him. We do not want him. We want him and we want him. So the rest of these guys, so we got a Wilden Stalker, we got a Wilden Defender, and we got a Wilden Hunter. Those are the three that we need. The rest of these guys can be emptied out, but we can't do it yet because we don't have any magic. So, this is going to be our Drigme area. So we can put him down, and him down. So when we get the Drigmes put down, they'll have something to dance. Alright? You following me here? So these guys right here are gonna have to be dispelled out of their jars and killed. But we don't have that yet. So they are just gonna have to sit here and wait for us to do it. Okay. So now we need a Drigme, which means we're going to have to go summon one, right? So let's find the Drigme. Spawn egg. So it's going to require fire essence, an earth essence, and spirit of birthing. Which, you know, we probably, I mean, we can get them, but honestly, maybe it would be better to get the Starbuncle first. Right? Yeah. I think we should get the Starbuncle first, because that'll get our mana gen going. We can't rely on the mana that we're accumulating up there in the farm, because it's just not gonna be enough. So I think Starbuncle is a better option. So we're gonna need water and we're gonna need earth. We're gonna need 4 Starbuncles. So water and earth. So where's our water at? Oh, we have water, so this is earth. Alright. Water and earth. We have chicken eggs on us, and we have the birthing. So we'll need 4 of these. And 4 chicken eggs. Okay, so the thing about starbunkles, right? When we do this, it's going to make starbunkles. You have to give starbunkles golden nuggets. Starbunkles all by their onesies don't do anything, okay? Neither do the drink meats for that matter. You're not wanting to get what you summon. You're wanting to break that down. So when you summon the starbuncle, you give it a golden nugget, and then it will give you its token, which allows you to make a tamed version. You following me here? Alright, so it's going to pop out a starbuncle. And you just throw it a nugget. It's going to get all happy and give you a token. Okay? That's all you got to do. So, birthing, essence, and egg. So we got to do this for each starbuncle that spawns. So he gave, wow. Okay, he gave 2. That's pretty nice. I wasn't expecting that. That's pretty cool. All right, he only gave 1. Okay, that's not bad. We don't have to use these mats now, so that's good. Okay. So we have our starbuncle charms. But that isn't like all there is, right? And we'll just clip one of these real quick. Put this up. Do the combine. And there's our mossy. Okay. All right, that's cool. So much to do, so much to do. So let's put these in here for right now. Put that up. Put this up. We gotta worry about those. I gotta put these back. There's earth, and there's water. Okay, so let's look at our little source berry. So what we're going to do is we're going to plant this guy right here, and we're going to get out our watering can. And we are going to propagate. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be making a source berry farm. And the reason why we're going to do that is for mana. But right now, all we're doing is making these little 4x4s, right? Just like that. So we took one source berry and we're making multiple source berries from it, if that makes any sense at all. So we'll have our setup right here. So I gotta lay this out real quick. So we're gonna have I want to use a storage drawer instead of a chest because it holds more. So we'll have the storage drawer right here. And then we will have a small chest right here that they insert into, because I think they have to have a chest to insert into. I don't think it needs that much space. We can put a little chest right here, and then we can put a little connector. Okay, we'll just do two. All right, so storage drawer goes on top of this block right here. And then this is going to be the input for the starbunkles. Which means we can put some right here. Like that. Got to make the most of your space, you know? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and we're out. Get the initial grow on these done. It takes a little while for the initial grow. Come on. All right. Looks like we're having a darkness issue. I might have to go get some lanterns. It's not wanting to grow some of these. It's fine. So put one right there. Skip one and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Skip one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just like that. And that looks like a pretty good setup for the berries. Okay. So you're going to want a pedestal here and a pedestal here. And we're going to want to set this up ahead of time. So come up here and get our item pipes. So the first item pipe goes right here. And we're going to pull into there. And we're going to need a source berry, of course, right? So that we can lock it. Okay. And then we're going to want an item pipe that goes under and hooks up to these guys. So take that off. And we don't want it connected right there. Actually, you know what? Give me that back. And we're going to have it pull from the storage door. Just like that. And like that. Put that right there. All right. So, you see what it's doing? It puts them on these pedestals. All right. So, now we're going to want something that eats and produces source. So, you come over here to the book and go to source. I think it is this one. Okay, so we're gonna want two of these. Two of those, and then two of the agronomic source links. So we need two mycelial, if I can find them. There. Okay. Two mycelio. Very nice. And then two of the agronomic. All right. We'll get to those in a few. Put this up. Okay, so once you have that done, let's look at the recipe for these. So we need gold, wheat, and source gems. Gold, source gems, wheat. So we just need two of these, okay? So what these are going to do is they're going to generate mana. So we need two of these. And then the mycelial, we have to have mushroom stew. I just need two of them. So I need two mushroom stews. Alright. So we'll go back downstairs and actually I could just craft it right here. So we got 2 of these. And that allows me to offload the bowls into the kitchen. Okay. So the reason why you have to set the mana generation up first is because the drugmies constantly use mana. So, you kind of gotta. Alright, so we're going to come back up here and we're going to punch out these 2 guys. And then we're going to punch this guy out and this guy out. And we're going to put the mycelial right there and see if they eat them. Isn't that cool? Look at that. Okay. Now you're going to take these agronomic source links and you're going to place them above these guys. Just like that. Now the reason for that is because they produce mana when things grow. And we should be able to put 1 mana jar and they should all deposit into it, I think. Pretty sure. Okay, it's not. Oh yeah, it is. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Now, of course, you're not going to want to stand here and do that, right? Because OMG. So, to get around that, you can have starbunkles do it for you. And starbunkles don't get hurt. So, now that we have that set up, let's get our starbunkles. So the starbunkles, you have the token, right? But we want to make a charm, right? So to make a charm requires 4 gold and of course your starbunkles. And I'm going to show you how to get these little guys set up. It's really not hard. So there's our first starbuncle. We're going to do all 4 of them. Because we need them. Honestly, a field of that size, 2 starbunkles could probably keep it going just fine. But we're going to go ahead and make all 4. Okay, so get your wand out, your Dominion wand, and get your Starbuncle charms, because we're going to use them. And you come over here to your field, and you bring them over here to this chest, right? So put 1 Starbuncle down, and you're going to tell him to put stuff in there. Put your next one down, click on him, and then sneak right click onto the chest. Put this guy down, click on him. Sneak right click on the chest. And put this guy down. Click on him. And sneak right click on the chest. So now they're going to systematically run around and pick all the source berries. And the source berries will get stored in that storage drawer. So we are actually going to do this because sometimes they do actually go crazy and get a lot, and I don't want this to overflow. So we're going to put upgrades in it, and we're going to put a void at the end. So this is all ready to go. When they run out of source berries, they will sit here and do nothing. See, they stop. It's pretty cool, right? If you feel safer about it, you can put them in glass so that, you know, just in case you're worried that they're going to disappear or something. I'm going to build a containment for them because it's aesthetically pleasing, but you don't probably have to if you don't want to. And you don't have to worry about them getting contained into this because there's nothing to contain them, and also there's no mana. So we're all good on that front. Okay. So now that we have that, we have all of this mana production, but we have no place for the mana to go. That's not good. So we're going to stick a mana battery right here. So the mana battery is the same dimensions as this, right? It's 3 by 3. And it's the same premise as what we did with mechanism, only we're going to do it with jars. So to move mana from one place to another, you have to use source relays. And you're going to have to use splitters. Now, it is a little cumbersome working with the mana. You know, it takes a little bit. So the mana can only go one way unless you use a splitter, and then it can only go 2 ways, which is kind of annoying. So we're also going to need a little dealie that tells it to drop the mana. So we need a depositor. And we need a collector. Okay, so let's talk about this stuff. So the collector operates similar to the source relay, but will automatically take from jars it is not linked to within 5 blocks. See the instructions on the source relay for use. So first thing we got to do is make relays, right? Okay, so that's the collector. The depositor operates similar to the source relay, but will deposit into jars it is not linked to within 5 blocks. So that's how we're going to make our battery. That's the main components for our battery. We are going to need a splitter, which we have the components to make splitters, which is really good. All right, so first things first, we need to make a whole bunch of relays, which is a source block with a lot of gold. I warned you, this mod uses so much gold, it's crazy. So you might as well just make a whole mess of these up because you're going to need them. You are going to need them. So first things first, we make source relays. So that was a huge hole in a bunch of gold. Good thing we got a whole bunch of gold upstairs, huh? Alright. So now we need to count how many splitters we're going to need. One splitter. Each one of these is going to need a splitter, so that's 8. And then the drink me area is going to be 9. So we're going to need at least 9 splitters. So to make splitters, you have to do it on here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right. And then you're going to need these guys, and you're going to need these guys. And we'll make the first one, and then I'm going to make them with the video paused because I don't want to waste time. All right. The first splitter. All right, so there's our first splitter. Okay, so I got the splitters made. So now we need to make one depositor and one collector, okay? So the collector is chests with a relay. So if you notice, I put hoppers on these things. It makes it a lot easier, okay? So you can, for single things, you could just put it yourself, but like if you have a multiple craft recipe, you should probably use the hoppers because you can just click on the middle part and you don't have to worry about putting all the stuff up. You just put it down once and then that'll be it. All right, so there's our why are you doing that? Thank you. Okay, there's our collector, and now we need to put the depositor. Okay. So now we need to move from point A to point B. So the first thing we want to do is get our battery built. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3. I don't know if we can do it like that. Let's see. Might have to take this one out. Okay. I always forget which is the which. Which is which? I say which is which. Let's see. Deposit 2 jars. It's not linked to within 5 blocks. Okay, so this is the inn. So we're going to put the inn right there. So watch this. So we got these splitters, right? And we got relays. So we're going to bring the mana from here over to here. Oh, maybe not right there. There. So you can go take the one. And we can go this guy to that guy. And then this guy to that guy. Oh. Ah, these things are so annoying. Okay, there. And then to there. And then there to there. Okay, so basically what I just did is I took the mana from there. And it's going to bring it all the way over to the battery. And it's going to start filling these up. You see that? And now that thing is going to start rocking and rolling because the mana is going out. So now mana can be produced. Isn't that cool? Very neat. So it's going to fill up these jars. So now we need to worry about getting it out of the system. So this is a storage collection for the system, but now we need to worry about it getting it out of the system. So to do that, we're going to need another relay. So we're going to need the collector. Operates similar to the source relay that automatically take from jars it is not linked to within 5 blocks. Okay, so we're going to get this collector and we're going to put it right here. So what he's going to do is he's going to fill up with mana and he's going to transmit all the way down there. So basically what we're going to need is a metric ton of jars. We need jars, like a lot of jars. So we're probably going to have to go chop some more trees down. Because this is how we get our jars. All right. Okie dokies. So these guys right here can share, right? So they can share. And they can share. They can share and they can share. And then we need to take and put a jar right here for our enchantment. And then of course we're going to have it over here too for our drigmies. Me, I think it's 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, So if I put him 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if I put him right here, that's a good central location, I think. I think the Drigbees function within an 11 area. I could be wrong. Automation. Drigbees. They used mossy cobblestone as the hedge. Ten blocks. It's 10 blocks from the hedge, so that's plenty big enough. That's plenty big enough. Way bigger than what we need for sure. So, but we have to have the location of the hedge so that we can set this other stuff up. So we're going to need that. And we're going to need some big chests. Okay, so these guys have to have a chest. So we're going to put a chest down. And then their mana. Put the mana right there. So this is where the Dragami or Drigme or however you want to pronounce it are going to be at. Right here. This is going to be their hedge. So that basically means that it has to have mana. So this is going to have a source splitter or a regular source relay right there. And then this okay, so now we have to figure out how to get out of the battery, right? So that's going in, and we need to set one coming out. So I click him and click him. And now he's going to bring it out. And then from here, these are all splitters. So we're going to put a splitter above each one. Splitter. Splitter, splitter, and splitter. Okay. So you're going to click on this guy, and we're going to send it over here. And then click on this guy, and he's going to send it over here. And then going to click on him again, and should be able to make him go this way. Yep. And then click on him again and have him go into there. And then click on him again and have him go to him. And then he's going to go here. And then he is going to go to this guy. And then this guy's going to go to there. Okay, we're set for that. And we're out of mana. So, yeah, we are out of mana. But once these guys get done producing, it'll fill all this stuff up. It's fine. It's all fine. So we didn't use as many splitters as I thought we were going to. So from this guy right here, that's where we're left off at. We're going to go this way, and then go to right here. So this guy's going to be a splitter. this guy goes to here. And then this guy goes to here. And then this guy goes to there. And last but not least, get another relay. And it's going to go this way to right here. I might turn that into a splitter. Now that I'm thinking about it. Yeah, I might. So right about here, I think. And then we're going to take this and put this guy right there. Okay. So he's going to go to here. And then he is going to go to here. And then he is going to go to here. And I might have other uses for him, but we'll just leave that right now. Okay, so if you find yourself lagging behind a little bit, it's fine. You just get out your watering can. We had all of those essences that we needed to create, so yeah, these are still at 0 because we're still creating. I mean, it's a lot, right? So you just have to, you know, let it do its thing. So I'm probably gonna shut down our turbine after this episode because I think we're getting really down to the nub on the polonium, so. And I'm going to be distracted by this other stuff and I don't want to have that worry, you know? Okay. I think we'll just let it sit for now. So I think what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to... That's just a relay. I think I'm going to make a splitter right here instead of the relay. Okay. So we're going to send to him. And then he's going to send to that guy. And then we're going to go this way. Okay. So you're going to go this way. And you are going to go this way. And you are going to go this way. And you're going to go to there. So that will allow the mana to go multiple ways, I do believe. much. I don't see it doing it. Maybe it's just because it's an empty and it's not, doesn't have the drag me thing yet. But anyway, guys, I think we're going to go ahead and put a halt right here. I really want to keep going, but this video is probably hella long, and yeah. I'm going to have to try to edit it down. I wanted to get most of it done in one fell swoop. So let's look at the quests. So we've done quite a lot. We got the Drigme, or we got the Starbuncle. We still need, well, so next episode we're going to do the Drigme, and of course we have to get these other charms too, because the quest wants that. We got to make a warp scroll. We got to get a storage lectern. We got to get the Wilden boss summoned, but I don't want to do that quite yet. I'd like to have the mecha suit before we do that. We also are going to have to do Gaia. We have to make this flower right here. But I want to get ours completed first before we do anything. I also want to get around to finishing this amethyst thing off. But yeah, I think we made some pretty solid progress today. Pretty happy about it. Alright, guys. I had a lot of fun today. I love messing with ours. And I hope you enjoyed yourselves too. And I hope that maybe some of you learned some stuff today. We've done all of this and we haven't even made a spell book yet. That's a completely different thing. I don't even know if we're going to get into spell crafting in this series, because we probably don't really need to, but I do need to get that dispel so we can reclaim those containment jars. So I guess we'll make a couple of spells. But anyway, I will catch you guys in the next episode. For homework today, you guys need to make a whole bunch of stuff for blood magic, because we're going to be opening that thing to the dungeon realm. So you're going to have to craft those blocks up. I forgot what they're called. They're ritual stones. So the ritual, you'll have to make a master ritual stone, and you'll have to make a whole bunch of ritual stones up. We also need some more imbued slates, things like that. So you might want to do that too. But anyway, I will catch you guys in the next episode. You guys take care, all right? Toodles!